Howdy. What's wrong with the chat?
Uh-oh.
Come on, Mr. Chat. Do it. Chat might be down. Never can tell these days. Well, we'll wait for that to come back up. How is everyone? Shut down, refresh browser. Let's do that.
Who's here? John Luff is here. Hello, John Luff.
There it is.
Possibly Laura and Daniel and Annabelle as well. Was it just not a button pushed?
No, it was pushed. Oh. But it just, I needed to
scoot
little coaxing. But it's up. The stream is healthy. We're green.
All thanks to playing it 2 minutes ahead of time now?
It's 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Because at 2 minutes and 15 seconds, it goes green-ish. So weird. But anyway.
Weird that it suddenly had to start doing that. Hello, Janine.
Hi, Janine. What's a-happening?
I chatted with Janine today for a little while. It's always nice to have a little chat.
Oh, I forgot to say it's Saturday, the 27th of June. Just in case. Hi, Mom.
Excuse me. Hi, Pat.
Head itches.
I went over and jump rope today with the crow for 15 minutes.
Oh, yeah?
That's about all I've done today. I'm very tired today.
A little exhausted.
I slept till 9:30 this morning.
Hola, Janine. ¿Cómo estás?
Cheers, Janine. I hope your headache feels better.
Oh. What's that?
I don't know. It's that wine that I brought home the other day.
Oh, it's wine. Couldn't tell in the camera, at least, if it was a liqueur drink or wine.
I don't know if I like it.
What is it? Do you remember what the bottle said?
I didn't even read the bottle. It was one I've never seen before, though. It was one David had.
Sauvignon Blanc? Oh, you've seen that. Can I smell it?
No, but I mean yeah. Oh, Janine still has a headache.
Oh, it smells sweet.
I mean, it's the brand. It's a Chardonnay or something, I think. And I'll have to go look. Hold on.
Yeah, go look, because that smells sweeter than a Chard. But who knows? Maybe it's a real fruity Chardonnay. I'm sorry to hear you have a headache, Janine. That sucks. I didn't do much today. I mean, I've actually done quite a bit, but it feels like nothing amounts to anything. Preparing to get on the road. So lots of little things. What is it? Oh, Sauvignon Blanc. That's what it kind of smelled sweet-ish. Sauvignon Blanc's not sweet, but
I don't know if I like it.
Florally.
Hello, Adriana.
You smell like flowers.
You smell like flowers. That's all right, but it hit me right here.
Derrol's glass?
That's a tall?
No, well, I've got a tiny one, and Derrol's got a
big one.
Well, not much smaller than mine, but
like. Have you been watching the previous shows, Janine? These are like a quarter of what we've been pouring.
That's probably like a glass and a half. Typical glasses. Mine's probably about a glass.
It's the glass with the dimples on it. I like this one because it has like finger holding spots.
Janine, I'll be honest, I don't have a clue. And I mean, I have a general idea, but
hello, Kathy Moorhead.
I'm hitting the road and just gonna go wherever I stop. There is something interesting that it's funny because I keep up on this stuff pretty well, but
not in this house, Janine.
On the 24th, there was a big earthquake in Lone Pine, which is up to 395.
Wasn't there just one in Mexico around the same day?
There was a huge one in Mexico the day before. I think it was the day before, 24 hours before. And it rocked all of the mountains. And there were, like, if you look up Lone Pine earthquake, you'll see the one from 1874, which was huge, like a 8-point-something, 7-point-something. And then this last one, which was 5.8, or I saw a report that it was like 6.3. But it caused a whole bunch of rock slides up in the Eastern Sierras. Like people on the freeway stopped, and you can see the rocks, like the dust billowing out of all the canyons.
So
It's
those
pretty
signs
crazy.
actually came to fruition. You always see the signs about the
Yeah,
rocks.
because there's a
falling.
lot of roads right now that are blocked up in the mountain passes.
Very nice of you to join us, Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
Kathy, saying hi right here.
So, kind of curious about all that. I want to.
It's like that show Cougar Town, Janine, where they have the big glass. And
Big
they
Carl.
they call it Big Carl, and she just pours an entire bottle of wine into it and then like drinks from it.
That was a good show.
It was. Why did that go away, I wonder?
It didn't go away. It went from whatever station it was on, and I can't remember right now, TBS, whatever station it was on, to another one that was a little more obscure and hard for us to get. Oh, your light died.
Oh no.
Need a new battery.
Is it this one?
I think that one's fresh.
Oh. Isn't on anything.
Elizabeth, hello.
Hello. Pardon my behind.
How the heck are ya? A bottle and 2 cups. Well, I buy the big bottle, so it might take 4. Yeah, his was a little bottle today, though.
I grabbed a ginger ale first, but then I thought to myself, I have wine.
Yeah, if you're already tired, don't do liquor.
Yeah, I didn't feel like Jameson because I've been like in a coma all day. I literally took a half an hour nap before.
How do you like it, Janine? I
Oh.
just finished the 2nd season last night.
Yeah, I'm skeptical because, politician, I've had quite a bit enough of that right now. So is it politician-y or people-y?
It's a comedy.
Oh.
I love it. I think it's great. It's very smart, witty.
Are you going to close on the 6th, Elizabeth, and like move in on the 7th?
Packing. Yay. Do you have a lot of stuff, Elizabeth? When was the last time you moved? It was like 10 something years, 11 years ago when you moved from here? They moved from here like 11 years ago, right?
Yeah, I think so. Somewhere in that vicinity. Moving.
Oh, just wait till you get to the 2nd season.
Well, I'm getting close to the end of True Blood, so I'm going to have to start something. I think I'm on season 6 and there's 7 seasons or something. So maybe I'll have to start that next.
I mean, it's kind of like a soap opera
Did I watch
comedy
some
kind
of
of
it with
thing.
you?
It's kind of fun.
Did I watch an episode?
I think
of
you
it?
watched the first 2. At least the first one. I mean, it's a Netflix show. You can live without it, but it's fun.
Is that like one step above a Hallmark show?
It's like 3 steps above a Hallmark show.
Oh, look.
Hello.
Your aunt is here.
Hello, hello.
Hello, Lynn. Oh.
Hold on, I gotta move that mouse.
That's cool. Kathy visited Montezuma's
Oh,
castle.
Montezuma's castle.
We've been there, right? Is that the one that's up in the cliffside?
Yes, it's in the cliffside. How are you, Lynn? Yes, Montezuma's castle is the one that we went to the bottom of. I mean, we don't get to go in, but it was closing, so we had to hurry, and we rushed all the way down the ramp to get there. And
We like ran.
We
to
saw it for like 2 seconds, and then we had to turn around and leave.
Do they ever let you in it? Like, can you get a pass and go in it?
I think there's a special tour that you can go up like one of the ladders, but I don't think you can actually go in. But I don't know. That's a good question.
I'd pay to do that. That'd be super fun.
I'm sure it's really a sensitive area. I mean, I would think that it would be hard to keep it sound and let people go tromp on it. Tromp, tromp, tromp.
Oh, gotta be set in and put all that stuff. Understandable. Retta just did the same thing.
Okay, Leanna, I thought it might be you. I was confused for a second. I'm like, wait, Lynn? Well, I'm glad that you made it on.
Ooh, Kathy just sent me a picture.
2.5 years ago, the apartment we live in now. Oh, okay.
Ooh.
But still, moving is,
I want to go in there so bad, Kathy. Here, I'm gonna
send them over
send it to you so you can show everybody what we're talking about. I can't think right now. My brain.
Derrol's sending me pictures. Hold on.
I'm going to send everybody a picture of what Kathy's talking about and what we were kind of talking about. Montezuma's Castle. It's in Arizona.
Kathy, did you happen to do Montezuma's well? As well?
Well, as well? I'm sending you
it's just a big hole in the ground. It's like a big watering hole, but it's pretty impressive. It's, a deep natural spring. It's pretty cool. That
Kathy was talking about going and where we've both been
is Montezuma's Castle.
I want to go in there so bad.
It's so cool. And it's funny, did we watch this the other day that it wasn't, they named it whoever found it.
Oh, yeah.
Named it Montezuma's Castle because they thought that it could be some
Aztec ruins.
Yeah, like Aztec-y Spanish ruin, but it ended up being a indigenous Native American ruin.
It was on Aerial America, wasn't it?
Yeah. So it's kind of misnamed.
Kathy said she tried, but the site was closed.
That's pretty cool. Oh. She was trying to figure out how to get on YouTube. Leanna was. For a while, and then we got her hooked up on it, and then I think she clicked the bell, but then she didn't get a notification. So it looks like you got notified.
What's the time difference? 2 hours difference?
I think 3
or 3.
Is it 3 hours difference to Ohio? I don't know. Probably 2.
I know, right, Elizabeth? I would totally live in that.
It's so cool.
How mad do you think they'd be about a squatter? How often do you think they go in there?
I think that's a federal offense.
You think if I could climbed up in there and nobody goes in there, they'd never know I was in there? Hey, Cyrus. Yeah, I would totally love to live in that cave. Are there sites like that around it other than what were you talking about with Kathy? Are there more cave dwellings like that? Hey, what happened?
Apparently that battery wasn't good either.
My light does not want to stay on today at all.
I asked her about Montezuma's well, which is not too far from there. It's a big cenote. Is that how you say it in Spanish?
Oh yeah.
Like a natural deep well spring from an underground source, and it's supposed to be incredibly deep. Like the last I knew, nobody had really figured out how deep it was. But it's pretty crazy. And Native Americans used to use them for sacrificial,
right, because they had all the
reasons,
bones down in
right? So who knows what's at the bottom of it?
Yeah, troglodytes could live in there.
We're still healthy here.
Good.
That's amazing. We started off good and didn't have a hiccup yet.
Yeah,
knock, knock, knock.
Exactly. Ooh, reptile people.
Yeah, they're taking over the earth, right? They're just waiting for their day.
Oh God, why am I so tired today?
Did you sleep?
I fell asleep on the couch and then I went to bed, I don't know, at midnight maybe later than that. But then I woke up at 7 and then went back to bed and slept till 9:30. Although I did really well jump roping for 15 minutes. I was a little concerned because I hadn't done it in a little bit.
That's impressive.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. I wonder.
You can cave
That
dive
can't be where Sedona and what are the spaces in between Casa Grande and all the little areas in between get their water. I would think that would be a good source, but it's probably, I don't know. They're probably worried about depleting it or something.
Where's this that your mom's talking about? It sounds cool.
You're going in Mogollon Rim. It's beautiful, Mom.
Oh, I was wondering about that, Elizabeth.
The Mogollon Rim is awesome. It's very beautiful. Excuse me, just a rocky. Well, it's a step down when you come out of the higher elevations. It's like a sheer cliffside for miles, and you just go up and camp on it.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, this is supposed to be. I wonder if it's going to reach us. Is it supposed to reach us?
It's supposed to cover the whole U.S., I believe, at some point.
Huh.
But it started on I think it was the East Coast.
How are you liking being back in Arizona?
Oh, Camp Verde. That's what I was trying to think of. Casa Grande is below, right? That's below Phoenix. Between Tucson and Phoenix, I think. Maybe. Can't keep. It's been a long time. I used to know Arizona very well, and
I know I feel the same way when I think about Maine. People are like, "Oh, do you know where that is?" And I'm like, somewhere between
I used to.
Portland and where I am. Well, is that still the one when you were drinking, or did you open the new bottle?
Same bottle.
Yellow.
I'm gonna throw that other one away. I don't like it, and it's been sitting there too long.
You're not gonna save it for like emergency purposes.
It's gross. And you can't leave wine sit too long; it oxidizes, and then it starts to taste funky.
Yeah, sometimes at the bar, I have people smell wine to make sure.
Well, yeah, Well, it came through the Gulf Coast, now in Oklahoma. It's like a blast furnace drain the wind of it.
You should catch some in a jar outside, Elizabeth, and like.
Is it actual like?
Jar it up and be like.
Well, yeah. Is it something that's gonna like leave a film or cover your cars?
Or is it like smoggy where it's kind of just.
Or is it just so fine that I don't know? I'm very curious about it.
Because like we were talking about how when they had the forest fire and the ash was raining down on us.
Well, that was crazy. Yeah, it was covering our vehicles and our soot all over the windows.
Mm-hmm. But catch some of that, Elizabeth. Put it in a jar and label it and be like, "This was 2020."
Well, that's how
dust in a can.
Pollens and like all different kinds of biological stuff get spread all over the earth.
True. Uh-oh, Gary's here.
Hello, Gary.
Hello, Gary.
What time is it, Gary? 2:30?
It's 2:30 in the morning.
It was kind of humid. Oh, it's down to 46. This morning it was like 56 humidity in here. It was kind of crazy.
There's 53 in the smart room this morning.
Blech. Yeah. It's definitely dried up a little bit.
Where's Gary? There he is.
Good morning, Gary. How are you?
Excuse me. God.
Excuse me. You got me coughing. Thanks.
Maybe it's the fog.
It's the Sahara dust.
The Sahara dust.
Oh, it's 1:20.
1:20. And then it's party,
Yay!
party.
Then we probably already talked about this, but then what is your shift? Because I think you said you're 7 to 7 right now.
Well, I feel like he has like 3 days off and
it's not just
works 5 days and has
not the last one just before his day off.
Right, I think.
We're doing okay.
I'm tired as all heck today, Gary. I was a slug all day today. I also did some wire art though. With that wire you bought me. I made a snail and a mushroom. It's going to be the same little art piece. Oh, 2 days off this time. I'm back working too, Gary. I've been working pretty much, 4 or 5 days a week. But This is my weekend. Getting weekends again. Gary is in Essex.
All the way from Essex.
Say hello from Arizona, Kathy.
Do people say this anymore? He's across the pond.
He's across the pond. Work's good. It's interesting because I work in a graphic design business. So usually we have all the designers in there. We have the web guy in there, my bosses and me. So right now it's kind of just me most of the time, or my boss and I. Yeah, you can say that, he said. So it's been nice. I mean, because, I get to be in my own little world when I'm in there, which I'm usually in my own little world, but there's everything going on around me. It's hustle and bustle. So it's nice. I can dance around the office while I work and nobody sees me. Oh, speaking of work, David Gamboa, everybody, my boss.
Is he here?
I don't think so.
Oh.
But if you watch this later, David, happy 50th.
Happy 50th birthday,
It's
David.
my boss's birthday today, everybody.
It's good to like your job.
It is. I was a little worried because I'd been gone for 3 months. So I'm like, do I know how to do my job? But then I got back and I'm like, psh, I got this.
Yeah.
It's just like falling off a bicycle.
I wish I had more work lined up. Kind of bummed.
You got to get out there and start.
Got to figure it out, yeah.
Like hashtag.
Well, and even just all my normal things, that my repeat stuff that I could rely on, which is
I guess they're not even thinking about that.
What got me to quit my job is because I had all this steady work, is not even happening because it's with the universities and they're not reconvening.
Yeah, and events.
So
are they not reconvening until is it?
I don't know what to do
until the new school year.
At this point, until spring. 78 and real humid.
It was really weird, Sherry, because I've worked at this job for 14 years, so I've never been away from it this long. I mean, I go visit Maine for 2-3 weeks sometimes, but I mean, I've been working with my, we've had other employees come and go, but my bosses and I have worked together for 14 years, like every day pretty much, except weekends or when I go to Maine. So it was weird to be gone for 3 months from them. Like, oh, Elizabeth sent a picture of the dust storm.
Leanna, are there tons of bugs? I know usually when I've been back to Ohio, it's been pretty mosquito-y, or white, or not mayflies or something. I can't remember. It's been a while. I mean, the work thing is definitely needed. I mean, I've been keeping busy for sure, but
I did have this weird feeling of loss, like
keep mentally in check for me.
I did have this weird feeling of loss, like leaving the house, because I've been hanging out with the chickens a lot more and gardening, and like I like my house. I like my little farm, so it was hard to leave. I'm sending a picture of what Elizabeth just sent of the Sahara dust storm that's hitting Oklahoma. I also sent a picture of that one. For science purposes, I have a science picture that's going to gross you guys out in a little bit that happened at my house today. And then Sherry, my other job is I work at a bar. I'm the bartender at a theater in town, and I've been there for 20 years. So we had to stop our season, which is unprecedented in the whole 20 years I've worked there. We've never had to shut down a season like this.
They're being creative though. They're coming up with ways.
Yeah, we did our live event, our gala.
There it is.
This is Oklahoma, everybody. Elizabeth just sent this in. It's the Sahara dust storm that's working its way over to us.
The Sahara storm.
Did anybody have this on their bingo card for 2020?
Was anything on your bingo card?
Elizabeth, do you have what is it called? when people are like old westerny and mechanical at the same time?
Steampunk?
Yes. Do you have any steampunk goggles that you can wear out, Elizabeth? That's the worst thing about going to Maine. When I go to Maine, Leanna, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is the bugs. I always forget about the bugs, and then I go to Maine, and I hate killing stuff. So when they land on me and they're biting,
I have no problem.
And I stop them. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry.
No, I just lather up in bug spray. I don't care if it's
well, you tend to get bitten a lot more than the average
10.
person too.
I will just like slather it on.
Yeah.
And they still bite me, so it doesn't even really matter. But I told you about the time I went to the Olympic National Forest, right? Like, I get out of the car and I had bug spray on, and it's a rainforest in Washington State, and the bugs were intense and they were all over me. Like, I literally got about 15 feet up on the trail, and I turned around, looked at the guy I was with. I was like, I can't do this. I'm like smacking myself just trying to get the bugs off of me. I sprayed more stuff on me. Nothing. I had to go back to the car.
Maybe it's like
it was horrible.
Maybe it's like in True Blood. Like Sookie is she's part fairy, part human, so the vampires want to eat her the most. It's like that with bugs. Because if there's a mosquito in the house,
and a human.
If there's a mosquito in the house, it doesn't bite me. It finds him somehow.
Hold on, I have to turn your light on. It's bugging me.
Yeah. I don't think there's any more batteries.
Well, this one's getting close. Oh, it looks like that one's. Do that one.
Behind the scenes action, everyone.
Can't keep up with these batteries.
Ow.
Bye, Gary.
Bye, Gary. No, I did not have Sahara and Dust in my bingo card. Is Kurt back?
Sounds like somebody's in the house.
Kurt, are you back? Yes, that was the sound of his hand sanitizer.
Oh, yeah. I will smash them.
Oh,
get all the...
Kurt's back with rubbing alcohol.
Are you seriously? Gold.
Kurt, when rubbing alcohol.
Thank you.
What percentage of rubbing alcohol is it?
It's usually 70. The 90% plus is usually pretty hard to find in a regular store.
I know, the 90 is the one that I use to preserve stuff in.
Well, I have all that vegetable glycerin. Thank
you.
Wave,
Kurt. Put your arm in here and wave to everybody.
I have all that vegetable glycerin that I had bought for that photo project that I'm going to make sanitizer with.
Over here.
It's okay, don't worry. I'm making my own sanitizer,
There's
people.
Kurt's finger, everybody.
And I've got a couple different oils right here that I can put in it, make it smell delicious.
Ooh, I bet Janine can hook you up with some oils too.
My own sanitizer. Does it bring sanity?
I don't think so. If it has, nobody out there has been using it. Let's have science time. And show the other picture. Kurt fingers.
That sounds gross, Elizabeth.
Oh, I'm supposed to tell everybody that it's Kurt with a K.
You would know that if he had his name on his YouTube account.
This is true. This is true. I was supposed to tell everybody that a while ago, and I didn't. He's very upset when people use the C. Let's have science time. I don't have anything here, so we'll have science time. So everybody, get ready to be creeped out if you don't like bugs.
This is your warning.
This is your warning.
We're doing it small anyway.
Avert thy eyes.
So we don't freak everybody out completely.
Oh, but it'd be funny if they did. This happened at my house today. Anybody know what's going on here? Anybody know what this is?
Raw!
I know, Elizabeth. A lot of people spell it with a C, but he's like, I'm Kurt with a K.
I don't know why Kurt Fingers just
Do you know what this is?
didn't sit well with me.
I know Kurt Fingers.
I know what it is, but I'm not going to let it out of the bag.
Okay.
Anybody? Anybody?
We need the little dun 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 dun.
Doon chicka doo chicka doo chicka doo chicka doo chicka doo chicka doo. Guess.
I don't know about that one.
All right, time's up.
Yep, I was gonna say we can move it away if we want people to view again. Oh, very, very, very close, Elizabeth. You are correct.
It just molted.
It is a hissing cockroach, but it just molted.
It will go back to normal color.
Yeah, it actually has already gone back to normal color. But when they molt, when they first come out, they are white like that. He lives on the coffee table. Albino roach. Yep. Oh, you got more chicks, Susie?
More?
Turkey? More turkey chicks or more
Well, I guess if they are fertile, then you can have them daily.
I think she means she hatched more. Wait, what are you talking about?
So wait. So if chickens are fertile and they have chicks, they don't lay other eggs until those chicks are out of the nest, right?
Typically what happens with chickens is they lay an egg a day for 5 days, 5 to 7 days, depending on how big the clutch is going to be. They don't sit on them until the last one is laid, and then they sit on them, and then they don't lay eggs while they're doing it. Ooh, chickens. Susie, you're going to have quite a fun little farm.
It's pretty ugly.
Sorry, Leanna. I have some weird pets.
That live on the coffee table.
Yeah, we have a couple species that are on the coffee table. We got a little hissing roach colony. We got a Pac-Man frog. We got a mealworm colony and some Halloween crabs. When Pat came to visit, I wanted to make sure that the mealworm farm was, or the colony was nice looking for while she was here. So I put some little hills and drew a little house and there were bagels and because they eat bagels, and I had them standing up and I put little houses on top of the bagels and it was a little scene. Unless she went on the other side, then she saw all the worms crawling around. So, you know.
Well, just imagine hearing them.
Oh, the hissing roaches? These ones don't seem to hiss that much. We're like 15 and 4 more to hatch.
Baby turkeys.
Oh, that's cool. Oh my God, I want baby turkeys. I would love to have a turkey. That'd be super fun. Walking around all... Are any of them like friendly with you, Susie, or are they just kind of to themselves? It probably has a seal, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Kurt said he had to call around to like 4 places to find that.
I know. I haven't seen like rubbing alcohol in 3 months.
Before all this, I was buying. I regularly buy it in case I have to preserve something. Not so much for medicinal purposes, but that.
I still have my little.
Yeah, Leanna, I have a problem with snakes because I mean, I guess I don't have a problem with them. I'm not a huge fan of snakes because they have
I have a problem with them.
Cory does, and Kurt does. But I don't like to feed them mice and rats and stuff, so I can't do that. I love mice and rats. They're too cute.
I don't.
Bye, Kathy.
Bye, Kathy.
Oh, Steve goes in there and does it. Steve is like an adult-sized child now, Susie. I saw recent pictures of him and your daughter, and I was like, oh my God, he's so old now. Oh, there's Kurt. Hey, Kurt.
K-U-R-T.
K-U-R-T. I told him, Kurt. I'm sorry, I'm weeks and weeks late. When we first started dating, and I would get mad at him, and I would be like, Curtis. And he would be like, that's not my name.
I know, I've called him Curtis too.
They both look like you, though, Susie. Those are some Susie mini-me's for sure. Susie is a redhead, and her children are redhead, and they both are like total miniature Susies. I totally see you in there from us growing up together, Susie. Will you get turkeys too, Elizabeth? Or will you guys just have like ducks and geese? Or will you not have geese because they're mean to you?
Poor kid.
Susie.
Hey, you said redhead, right?
Yep.
That's valuable.
Yeah.
That trait, you got to hold on to that.
Right. It's like my hair. I'm the only black-haired one in my family, and you know, I'm not gonna be passing it on. Are you? These are not permanent residents, right, Susie? These will be going to visit other people's homes, maybe around November.
Suffer through the abuse.
You just have to sprint from wherever you're going, Elizabeth, if the geese are out.
You're just going to have to become their best friend. I'm not sure how to do that, but
I'll tell you.
They're going to love you. You have to raise them from teeny tiny.
Green.
I'm not sure.
In the Facebook right?
I saw it.
Oh, remember we were talking about that? Yeah.
That's how I said I'm not sure. I've never really been around a baby turkey. I've been around older turkeys and seen lots of wild turkeys. But I don't know quite what a baby turkey looks like.
Susie, when we were growing up in Maine, do you remember wild turkeys like they are now? I mean, when I was in Maine, I saw wild turkeys everywhere.
We have them in the mountains here.
I remember seeing them when we went to, where is it?
I've got a couple pictures.
Cuimaca or something?
They are, but
but I don't remember ever seeing wild turkeys in Maine growing up like we do now. I mean, it seems like they have gone crazy. The only good snake is a dead snake. Leanna, Kurt will agree with you on that. My very first memory of a snake, Leanna, was when I was in Arkansas growing up. We have water moccasins there, and I remember it swimming up on the top of the water and like raising up out of the water in front of me, and like my mom screaming for my uncle to come get me, and I remember him like coming and grabbing me and like getting me out of the water. That's impossible, Cory. I have raised them, love them, and geese and ganders have no fucks to give me, Elizabeth said.
Then why get them?
Well, it's like birds like certain people, like
I know,
like with Amazons.
They don't like me,
right? But like African greys, which are supposed to like everybody, hate me. African greys, for some reason, I've never met an African gray that I like or that likes me. I like them, they don't like me. But like Amazons, which typically hate other people, love me. Every Amazon I've ever met loves me.
See, I don't. So
Scott Williford doesn't like snakes either.
I'm okay with like garter snakes, little red racers, non-poisonous, non-constrictor.
But you're not gonna like reach down
snakes.
And grab one, right?
I have actually.
Anderson messaged me,
and I've had snakes. I've in the house. Like I've had pets.
Hi, Kathleen
snakes.
and Michael.
So I think it just depends.
You had a gopher snake, right?
I did have a gopher snake for a long time, and I loved it. It was his name was Nelson, but yeah, the part of feeding them rats and live food kind of sucks.
Yeah, can't do it. Pretty much all of the pet rats that I've had are. I used to work at a reptile store, and I refused to like bag up I like worked in the fish area. I didn't do that, but all of our pet rats I think have been food that I've saved.
People don't want the non-lethal, non-constrictor snakes. The cool snakes are the ones that are dangerous or
I have always wanted
totally
a rattlesnake.
Scary. So I've never met another person that had a more of an innocent pet snake.
Well, I had that rosy boa for a while, remember? That
yeah, but that's still a little scary. They get really thick and big.
Well, they're native to here, and this homeless guy was carrying him around in a jar. So I bought him off the guy and brought him home. But he wouldn't eat the typical white mice. He would only eat the brown ones. So of course it was like the cute ones at my work. So I'd have to bring my little mouse home to Sandy, who I used to live with, and give it to him, and then I would go down to your house and hang out while it happened. until I found a new home for it that could take it.
Yeah, it's intense.
Yeah, I can't be around for that. Some people love to watch that. I think it's horrifying. John likes them and seems to think it's fine with their jerk. That's true. Nobody's gonna come in your yard if you have a giant goose.
Think about that.
I mean, even if they like birds, they're gonna think
they'll
twice.
They'll come in and then they won't realize what they just got themselves into.
That's when you get yourself a swan. A swan will mess you up. Even my chickens. I mean, if I'm not paying attention and they want my attention, they'll peck me. They're kind of jerks like that.
I have a picture of some turkeys.
One that you took?
Oh,
it's microscopic turkeys.
Yeah, hold on. Let's put it on here because it's so small. Instagram doesn't go big on.
If you're not following Cory's Instagram, Cory's Creative Media, please follow it.
So there's some wild turkeys in Julian.
Oh my God, Leanna, I could see that messing you up a little bit.
Oh.
My sister also is not a fan of snakes, and I was telling Kurt the story of how we went on a hike this one time. It's this place called Gulf Haggis, so it's kind of like in a big canyon along the coastline. And I had found a piece of seaweed that looked like a snake, and I went running up to her with it, wiggling it like a snake, and she screamed so loud that it echoed throughout the canyon and throughout like the entire place. And my cousin who had been up in front of us thought like someone had fallen off the cliff because she screamed so loud, and my nephews and I died laughing. So I wouldn't put a live snake down somebody's shirt. That's not very nice.
No, that's terrible.
For the snake and for the person. Yeah, Leanna, having that memory of my first snake experience was, And then when I worked at the reptile store, one time they had me feed all the baby snakes, and I opened one of the little slide drawers and a snake came out and bit me like a little vampire, and I was like, I'm done.
I remember that actually.
Yep. I'm done. He didn't mean to. He was hungry, so it wasn't like intentional, but it was a hungry baby snake, and my thumb looks like a pinky mouse, I guess. And it was 2 like little vampire bites. I was like, that's it. No more.
Now, I have no problem if I see a rattlesnake out hiking, which I do often. I will hang out. I will watch them go by. If I'm too close, I will totally back up, get my zoom lens out and zoom in on them with the camera. I don't mind being in proximity, but I mean, I know they don't want to hurt me. They're not looking to bite us.
Right.
They just want to clear the path so they can move forward.
Yeah, and I could see, like, I didn't grow up around venomous snakes. All the snakes I grew up around were non-venomous, so, like...
You picked up a coral snake
Yeah.
here.
I'll pick up snakes. I mean, I'm not...
We were up at a mountain location here. I'm not going to say where because it's probably illegal for you to pick them up.
Right.
But you picked one up.
Yeah, I mean, I know how to handle them, and I can pick them up without getting bitten. But I think a rattlesnake, I wouldn't even try a rattlesnake, first of all. But yeah, I think that puts a whole new spin on rattlesnakes if you grow up around something like that, like on snakes in general. Remember that time we were hiking? Were you with us and Sandy? And where was it where you have to climb up the rope?
Mm-hmm. That was Three Sisters.
Yeah, there's this part where you have to climb up the rope, and he went to like grab where the rope was, and the snake was like sitting. A rattlesnake.
I have a picture of that in here too.
Was sitting right on the ledge, right there.
Somewhere in here.
But see, in the South, they have poisonous snakes that swim on the water, so that adds a whole nother aspect to it, which is one of the reasons why Cory won't go south.
No, thank you. Alligators, big old crazy non-indigenous pythons.
Oh yeah, they get big. Burmese pythons and stuff.
Nope.
I saw a meme this morning. Somebody posted of an alligator laying like on an air raft, but it was like out in the swamp, and it was like, this is the most Floridian thing you'll see today.
Well, I thought I had a picture of it. Maybe.
Yeah, I had difficulty, Lynn. I mean, I love the people that I worked for. They were awesome. It was also fish too,
There it is.
and amphibians and stuff, which I'm good with, and insects. So that part was good. And I love, the lizards and stuff like that. But the snake feeding, no. And then there was this freezer that was full of rabbits for the large snakes. No way. I don't do that stuff. Oh yeah.
That's the snake that was climbing in front of the rope that we had to climb up. So we let the snake, and that was kind of a baby too.
Yeah.
It was smaller. We let the snake go so we could go. It was pretty crazy. A rattler nonetheless.
Anderson messaged me yesterday or the day before. He was running. He found a new running trail, and he said that he had to leap over a snake while he was running that he almost stepped on, and it ended up being a garter snake.
I saw a rattlesnake at Ocean Beach, at Dog Beach.
Oh, really?
You know the trails back through there?
Yeah.
That was just a year ago.
See, I feel like I look for them all the time because, I'm fascinated by that sort of thing. But I never see them. Except for when we went hiking with Jason and Casey to the Goat Trestle. Were you with us on that hike?
I was.
And
but
Jason almost stepped on it.
Maybe you went without me? I don't remember.
It was like where that little, where the little concrete train thing is, like that one person can stand in, like the little outpost house thing. It was like right by that.
I was with you.
Yeah.
I don't remember the snake.
He almost stepped on it. Oh, see, that would not be cool. No critters are allowed in my coop. Aw.
What?
Elizabeth sent chicken and geese pictures. I love those type of chickens that you sent Elizabeth with the black and white feathering like that. I'm sending them to
You gonna send them?
Yep. Yeah, if we lived in an area with more land, I would probably have a couple more chickens. I really would love to have a bantam. Bantams are my favorite, and they're so cute and cuddly and little. Not that my girls aren't, well, they're not cuddly. Who am I kidding? But I would love to have a little bantam. Kurt, talk about your love of snakes. Look at him.
Cute.
Is that a barred rock behind him? I didn't even see that in the background.
Yeah.
On the outside. It looks like it might be a barred rock. Yeah, I love these kind of chickens with this kind of like pearlescent. In koi, this is called pearlescent scaling because they have like the bigger chunk feather color. Look at him. Which one was the meanest to you, Elizabeth? I feel like the one in the middle, like of the three, that has his head down, might have been the meanest to you. He looks like he has some attitude. I would also love a goose. Like I've been loving watching Honk, that goose that you sent me the video of. He has a new girlfriend on the reserve that he's on.
Mm. He deserves it.
All of them were mean to you.
Every one of them.
Oh yes, that's why Kurt hates snakes, because of that scene in Indiana Jones. Was it the snake pit in Indiana Jones, Kurt, or when they ate the snake on the table?
They came out of the monkey.
No, the monkey brains were the same meal where they cut the snake. Is that what you're talking about?
Oh, maybe.
Like the people.
I just remember it in one scene.
Yeah, because for dinner they had monkey brains out of the monkey heads, and then they also like cut open a snake, and all these babies came out.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Ugh. It was the pit, I think, because that was scarring.
Well, it's funny now when I watch stuff like that. Like when I watch that, I'm like,
poor snakes.
I know all the snakes, like what they are, and I'm like, psh, they're all harmless. And like when I watch Arachnophobia, I'm like, that kind of spider doesn't have that kind of web. That kind of spider's not going to do that.
That's not an anaconda.
What is going on here? Or like when they try to like show something that, like a body that's rotting and they put mealworms on it instead of maggots. I'm like, not true. Kurt, all of the above. Oh, and the spitting cobras too. Yeah. See, I guess I do I've always wanted like a cobra and a rattlesnake.
King Cobra.
I think that's G.I. Joe, isn't it?
What part of it? King Cobra?
Yeah, the cobra was like the enemy of G.I. Joe, wasn't it?
Oh, well, I didn't mean to.
I don't know what this is.
I must have plucked that from my my memories somehow.
Ooh, that sounds awesome, Leanne. Can I live in one of the fields?
I've been. It's like literally.
Is this where the pond is?
In the middle of a plot of land.
Is there a pond there?
I don't believe so.
You were at a pond somewhere.
I've only been
in
once.
Ohio, right?
No, that was Michigan.
Oh, that's right. Oh, we don't have a picture of the rock wall. Janine? Hello, Janine. Are you still here?
Oh, I could probably... Well, where did I put that?
If you are, we need a picture of the rock wall. I was supposed to show that today. That's down below. Oh, Janine is still here. King Cobra is a malt liquor. You're right. It is.
And how do you know that, Janine?
G.I. Joe and Cobra, right? I used to like the Cobra guy because he was a cobra.
I didn't
know
where I got that from.
I didn't know if that was the song you were singing.
No, not at all.
Thing. Janine, I told everybody.
It's kind of the Green Giant. Green Giant.
That's
true. King Cobra.
That's a different vegetable altogether. We were talking about the rock wall down below, Janine, and I meant to take a picture today when I jump rope with the crow, but I forgot my phone. Do you think you, if you're not busy, might be able to snap a photo of it so we can show everybody? Oh, hello, James. James knew. It wasn't Janine.
Oh. Hi, James.
Now I'm all caught up looking at Facebook.
I swear I had one in here and I can't find it. This is when I was taking it, that cactus.
Yes, that rock wall, because we were talking about climbing yesterday and how Cory and I want to start doing that. Or you wanted to try it? Oh, the crow's going to fly by crow and then take a picture.
No, I brought it up.
Trent brought it up.
Somebody brought it up. Oh, climbing. And I was like, yeah, you could go down the hill and climb on the rock wall. It's just up in our backyard, practically.
We were talking about how because of my arm strength, I have none, but my leg strength. And Trent was like, oh, it takes more leg strength. Never seen even a garter snake.
But we can find one on their website.
You see what Leanne said?
No, what?
If I ever do, there'll be a for sale sign on the front yard. Well, and garter snakes tend to all burrow in the same area sometimes. So
on top of each other in knots.
There's the crow. And then there's like 700 of them in there.
Mating.
Oh, we got the picture.
Well, that was fast.
He did a flyby. Oh, yeah, there it is. I want to have fields around my house too, Leanne. I love a nice field. We had fields all around my house. Well, there was that point too, Janine. We wanted to show it to everybody because we were talking about it and we were like, well, it kind of looks like something that it shouldn't look like. So I thought I had a picture of it.
Yeah, I thought I did too, and must have deleted it.
Yes, Leanne. I've actually never seen it in person, but I've seen pictures of it, and like there will be snakes and snakes and snakes coming out of this one specific area. I forget what it's called. It's called something like a It's called something weird. But so here's the rock wall we were talking about next door, everybody. That's like down from us. That's kind of
phallic.
Looks inappropriate.
But a very effective rock wall.
Yeah. I'm curious about its maker. But I stare at that.
Limited space. They had to go straight up.
I stare at that while I jump rope with the crow.
You think on one side, though, they could have made like an overhang. Because, you know, when you get to the top of something,
True.
You have to like climb under and then get up over.
True.
That would have been nice to put on one side just to give it a little less of a rounded head shape.
Janine said she had never seen this until I mentioned it to her. I'm sorry if I ruined it for you, Janine.
I saw it right away. We were don't know what that says about me, but that's what I saw.
I think that was pretty much my first thing when I looked down over the hill when we first moved in. I was like, okay, that's a choice.
Well, probably.
I do want to climb it though,
because there's nobody touching, and it's
can you imagine having to be the one that climbs up it with a Clorox
and
wipe?
Sanitize it. Yeah. There's like a whole little like rope. What do you call that? Like those tracks to like get your fears out. Like you go up on the rope.
Trust
thing.
Thingamajig?
Yeah, that stuff is right down the hill.
Yeah. Maybe there's a big cover they can put on it to protect it
while there you go.
In use.
Why don't you go sell them a sheath?
I wonder though after this is over if you can climb it. I mean, do you have to have like a pass to it or something?
To the rec center, yeah. Which is pretty inexpensive. It's like $27 a month or something. I mean,
I do want to go.
I looked, which was probably 6 years ago.
I would love to go ice skating sometime, Janine. If the girls want to go ice skating,
I've been wanting to do that for
years.
I loved
ice. I mean, I haven't for years, so I might fall on my head a couple times.
I cannot believe that we've lived here as long as we have, and we haven't done it.
But people,
it's because we don't have a gate that goes right down there.
We could
have to go all the way around the block.
We could go down Janine's side though and just jump the fence. I think it's a more clear shot than from ours.
We're not jumping no fence.
I know, Janine. And that's the stuff that I actually let out for people to hear. Kurt and I were talking about that today and how I can't shut my mind off. It's like a carousel that's just out of control all the time. Casey McKenzie. Hello.
You just missed your mother.
Thank you for joining us. Your mother was just here. She went to Montezuma's castle and we showed a picture. I want to live there. But I also want to live in your new yard, Casey. I showed you pictures of Casey's place, right? In Oregon.
No.
The shot of the meadow.
You didn't.
Well, I should sometime.
Maybe you should.
You saw it in your mind, though, when I said it, didn't you, Janine? Are you guys doing pizza tomorrow, Janine? Is James trying a new pizza recipe? It's Sunday, right?
It's Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. Oh.
Yeah, Kurt would be all about selling that place too.
Goths on ice.
Goths on ice.
Oh.
Oh no. Oh no. I used to love ice skating so much because, you know, every year in Maine we would go ice fishing. So, you know, I had my own hockey skates. I didn't have the figure skating kind. I had the hockey skating kind. But when you would go skating, if it was a windy day, you would just open your coat and just fly down the lake because of it. It's okay, Elizabeth. It was me yesterday during work. I was like trying to type, and all of my words were like out of control, a mess. So
I don't even care anymore. Autocorrect is like,
blame it on autocorrect.
it's too much to deal with. I turned it off, and then I ended up spelling things worse because sometimes it does catch things, but most of the time autocorrect changes things that I had spelled correctly. It just thinks I mean something different.
Like when I'm trying to write a bad word and it says ducking, I'm like, no.
That's on purpose.
I know. Pizza day. We should have a pizza day at our house too.
Apple trying to clean up your language.
I know. What kind are you gonna make, Janine? New kinds? Margarita? Basil? Make your own? Are you fixing your microphone?
No. I didn't realize there was a sticker on here. Take the sticker off.
The wine has gotten better the lower the glass has gotten.
Of course it has.
I also got in trouble from Kurt today because I went from coffee to now booze. I haven't eaten anything today.
Pesto is always good.
Ooh, yes. Ooh, barbecue is always good too. Barbecue what? Chicken? Beef? Or just barbecue? Oh, does Jules like barbecue sauce on it instead of tomato sauce? I think that would be really good. Oh, you guys are getting the fancy kind. Don't waste that on those children. They don't appreciate pesto. I had donuts for lunch yesterday, Elizabeth, at work. Well, one donut.
What was that?
I don't know. Was that out there?
Yeah. Janine, was that at your house?
Janine, did somebody just fall outside your house? We heard a crash.
A big boom.
Oh, no sauce.
No sauce at all. See, actually, I'm a no sauce guy too. I get it. Just a little olive oil. I'd much rather do that than any sauces. Which I guess is a sauce inside of it.
I like the white sauce on pizzas. What is that when they do
Alfredo.
that? Alfredo. I like that. That's really good.
Generally.
Oh, here's Rhonda.
Of course you do, because it's milk and cheese.
I know. Milk and cheese and more cheese. Ew, don't tell me it's milk. Milk's gross.
Yeah, it's heavy cream.
I don't drink milk
and
anymore.
Cheese.
Unless it's oat milk.
You do, and you just don't know it.
I know.
And you eat cheese, so what's the difference?
I know. I just try not to think about that. No kids falling here.
We heard something.
It was probably a tortoise. It's highly likely that a tortoise toppled something over out here.
Cat butt.
Cat butt. Thanks, Rhonda. Look at her. She's like,
show everybody,
you're not petting me.
Have you ever seen that little jewel they make for over your cat's tail?
Oh my God.
That covers their their butt.
How would we do it with Worthy? It wouldn't work on Worthy. He has no tail.
I always thought that was so hilarious.
Maybe I should start designing some of those. Have you seen the chicken arms, anybody? Did I show you this?
You did, yes.
A couple people have showed me this. You get baby doll arms, and you put it on a piece of wire and put it on your chickens, and then they walk around with baby arms. I think Penelope might allow me to do that. Charlie might peck my eyes out. But I think I'm going to try to see if I can work that out and get the girls to do that.
Good luck.
Well, you know, when Charlie lays her egg, Penelope gets distracted and likes to come in the house and hang out with me, so she might go for it. Right, Elizabeth? I think they would allow me to do that over the chicken tutu. Some people have sent me the chicken tutu, and there's no way. They would be so mad at me. Ooh, now I want barbecue sauce on something.
Well, shall we?
Oh, I guess it is 6:04.
Hunger is upon us.
Oh, last night we had cold salad, which was good.
Water. I put more water in it today.
The
pasta was like super spongy with the avocado mayonnaise.
I think it could have used a little more avocado mayonnaise.
I put olive oil in it too.
Although I did hit a mayonnaise pocket in one of my bites.
No, it needs some water. If you just put a little water in it, you don't have to put extra mayo, but it'll still moisten it up enough.
Oh. It was good.
It was good. But
you know me and how I like my sauces.
It was not saucy.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I like sauce. I like saucy stuff. So
no, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't saucy. Yeah, I don't even know. Don't ask me what's for dinner tonight because I have no idea.
Aren't you going out?
I have no idea. I have to go to not the grocery store. I have to go to the store and pick a couple things up. Probably Target. So I wasn't really planning on cooking. I was gonna grab something out.
Pat, have you had the avocado mayo though, Pat? I mean, I guess it kind of tastes the same ish.
No, actually, I think it has a different flavor. They actually make an avocado lime mayo that I really like too. That's what I got last time, and I'm kind of bummed that I didn't get that for the salads.
Hi, John. Bye, Elizabeth.
Hi, John. Bye, Elizabeth. Because the one that has a little bit of lime in it, I think tastes better in these cold salads. Or a lime, if I just got a lime. But I didn't think about it. A little acid. I have no idea what's for supper. I think if I make anything that's going to be much later, I'm probably just going to go pick something up.
I figured it was just going to be cold salad again tonight.
Yeah, there's lots of it. Eat it.
I know.
I got bit by a
mosquito.
Freaking fly. No, that fly.
When we went hiking?
Yes.
It's still bugging you? Dang.
I've got 2 big old red spots on my leg.
I think you should use some of that rubbing alcohol.
I did. I've been putting alcohol on it to cut the sting.
Maybe you should put some apple cider vinegar on it.
Maybe I should.
That helps everything. It's like the Windex from
My Big Fat Greek
Wedding.
All right, everyone.
Actually, Brian Davis just messaged me and said he's been taking...
How's he?
He's good. He's been taking apple cider vinegar because I told him to. Apple cider vinegar is very good for you, everybody. Look it up.
Dr. Derrol has spoken.
It's a fact. Apple cider vinegar. Anywho.
All right, everybody.
Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Leanne.
Yes,
thank you for joining
thanks for finding us.
Pat. Kurt.
Live.
Kurt, thanks for joining us.
All right. I won't see you for a few weeks. A couple weeks.
So, allegedly...
We're going.
If Cory's leaving tomorrow, it'll only be on Facebook tomorrow. And there will be no YouTube, everybody.
It's nice chatting with you, too. Derrol's going to be on his Facebook page and probably YouTube if he wants to. Alone. Bye, Janine. Enjoy your dinner.
Bye, Janine. I hope your headache feels better.
Yes, me too. Bye, everyone. Bye.